trying to make it all make sense.
The
More
You
No
Podcast.
So today I'd like to explain the sales process, and I'd like to do so using how a normal doctor visit works as an example to explain each aspect of the process of sales. So understanding the sales process is really vital towards any entrepreneurial journey. I'm going to break down each of the 8 steps of the sales process and then connect them to the doctor example that I'll be using. The first step in the sales process is the salesperson's research. And what this means is that before the sale even occurs, before you even meet a potential customer, you do the proper preparation and due diligence to ensure that you clearly understand your product or service, along with every feature and benefit. So using the doctor as an example, this part of the process would be when they go to school and do their near decade of schooling, as well as all of their training. The second step in the sales process is meet and greet, which is at the point where you initially connect with your potential customer. And here you should establish rapport as well as trust. So at this point of the example, this would be when you're waiting in the examination room and the doctor finally arrives and they shake your hand and ask you how you're doing. The next step in the sales process is discovery. And what occurs during discovery is simply discovering problems that brought the potential customer in, uncovering problems that they may be unaware of, figuring out how to properly clarify these problems to them, as well as determining the most relevant features and benefits. So with the doctor's example, this would be when the doctor asks you why you came in for this visit, and then where they listen and may ask additional questions, as well as determining what's wrong and how to clearly explain it. The fourth step in the sales process are features and benefits, and this is where you bridge the solution to their problem. So in the doctor example, this would be when they explain the issue they believe that you're having and how the issue can be solved. The next step is presenting the solution, which is ultimately, as a salesperson, figuring out the best way to present the solution. And to put it in context with our doctor example, let's say this doctor is a child oncologist, which means a doctor who works with children who are diagnosed with cancer. So because this is such an overwhelming and terrifying experience for the parents to go through, they ultimately need to present what the solution is and the process that their child needs to go through to try and cure their cancer in a way that keeps the parents calm. The next step in the sales process is dealing with resistance, and this is where objections occur. So from here, you listen to their objections and then determine how you can properly go back through the process to find success. So with the doctor example, when they provide their solution and their diagnosis and face some form of hesitancy towards the solution that they provide, they go back and explain the problem that's initially occurring, and then from there, back it up with the reasons for why the solution is the right choice. And at this point of the sales process, it's something that could repeat multiple times. And ultimately, you're just going through the past part of the sales process continually till you get to the point with the potential customer where you can now enter the next step, which is closing. The closing step is where you ask for the order, and then from there, you professionally finalize the commitments that are made. So with the doctor example, this would be when the doctor makes their prescription and then explains the following process that they should go through to solve the issues that they have. And the final step in the sales process is following up, which is simply checking in to determine if there's any other problems that can be solved, as well as if the initial issues are being solved by the solution that was provided. So at this point with the doctor example, this would be where you get together for a follow-up appointment and they check in on the problems that you initially had and discuss the medicine that you took that was prescribed to see the effectiveness of it, and then from there determine if an additional appointment or actions need to be taken. Don't forget this sales process and understand its vital importance. From there, study the sales process and utilize it as you go down your path of significance. I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it. Check out other episodes, leave a review, and follow us on social media at More You Know Pod. Also, please don't forget about our sweepstakes. Retweet a clip with the hashtag #TheMoreYouKnow and new podcast from our Twitter for a chance to win a signed copy of my upcoming book, The More You Know. Tag 2 friends in the comments on a clip on Instagram for a chance to win a brand new copy of Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Mindset or Ed Mylett's Max Out. Like us or share a clip on Facebook for a chance to win a book I have read that highly inspired me, signed by me with an inspirational message. Again, thank you for listening as we propel with podcasting through the More You Know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know Podcast.